Hello everyone, Cesar here with more Final Fantasy XII. As you recall, we ended up in Arcades. I think there's a problem with my stream though. Looks like it's too zoomed in. Give me a sec here and we will do a look around here. Yeah, it's too zoomed in for some reason. Let me fix that. There we go. Okay. Hello, everyone. I, unfortunately got up a little late today, but that's alright. We are heading into new Arcades from old Arcades. It's just the same crystal. Let's talk to the guards here. Entering the capital. You have credentials? Well, I don't see any. You can't just throw open our gates to our you vulgars. You know? Especially not the lion kind. Away with you. Well. There's a sight for sore eyes. Didn't think I'd see you again. Not here. Oh, wonderful. Enter the street here. A pirate would do well to smell. Wouldn't want to sour his reputation. You know this guy? An old friend. He's a streeter, a peddler of rumor and hearsay, by the name of Jules. He'd bite a gill given him by his own mother, and shave it by half to pay for her funeral. Sometimes an ear with tight purse strings, the order of the day. Like when a pirate decides he fancies going up in the world. To the city, you know a way? In Arcadius, knowledge is power, and power has a way of opening doors, boy. Now, a fool will buy a sack of feathers for his pillow, but a wise man, he'll buy a whole stinking carcass and get his fill of meat into the bargain. So, wise men, how does a 1,500 gil sound? Sure, whatever. Bright boy, you learn fast. I call this meeting to order. Tell me, boy, heard any rumors in town? Actually, I did hear about a man who picked a bag of coins out of a barrel. Bags and barrels, eh? A boy would do well to bring that morsel to a man named Beasley near here. Tell him what you've heard. Okay, who's Beasley? Boy, there's a man near here who goes by the name of Beasley. Tell him what you've just learned. Alright, talk to this person. I talked to that person. That's a frustrated woman. This could be Beasley. I already spoke to this guy. That's the eel luck guy. That's the frustrated one. Okay. Oh, hello. 7 gil, man. Almost made all my money back already. That's Furman. Otto. Naysayer. Lots of sounds of things. Beasley, hello. What? You tell me you know the bloke that's taking me coin? Oh, it was him, was it? Okay, I spoke to Beasley, he didn't actually say anything. no credentials. We can't just throw open our gates to any old riffraff who happen to be passing by. Be off with you, commoner. Alright, calm down. Alright, so that guy just kind of fucked off. That's interesting. There he is. You told him just as I told you? Good boy. I'm not sure what any of this has to do with going up in the world. Oh? Witness the power of knowledge, my boy. See? It begins. Hey! 'Tis a fight! Beasley's gone wild! That's our chance. Thanks, Jules. Never thought you'd go for such a meager price. A pirate should know that words are worth gil uncountable. Here's some words for you. The prodigal Bonanza's son comes back to the Imperial Roost. See? Much words of value, these. Bah! The Imperial City of Archadia.
You're gaping like a fish out of water.
I'm just checking out the city. Even if it is the Empire.
You've changed, Vaughn. You were always marching to your own beat. Almost like you were impatient even. In a good way.
Maybe it's because I've seen more now. Never imagined I'd ever come this far away from home. Hey, Lars is here in the city, isn't he? He's a tough one. I wonder how he's doing.
You always were a soft touch, Vaughn. You know what's amazing? I always thought I'd go my whole life without meeting people like the Princess or Lord Larsa. And here we are in the capital.
I know. It's a little over my head sometimes.
Good, Vaughn. You've come to understand the difficulties of serving royalty.
Hey, I'm just along for the ride.
That wasn't a complaint, was it, Bosch?
Right. Let's get moving.
Hey.
Alright. I have an elderly friend, a court musician by trade. I hear him play the flute. You would think it sang. We go our separate ways here, Van. I have some business to attend to. We'll meet again later. Hey, huh? Oh, he did that in the opposite order, but whatever. I do hope that girl has found us tickets to the Mummers first, and the right number, on the right day. She can't be trusted with such things. Hello. It's been 5 years since I finally quit my lodgings in old Arcadia, yet still I lack the guild to open a boutique of my own. Look, you're doing fine. Any shops in this area? I don't see any shops. What's this person doing? We live in an empire, but 'twas not always so. How did it come to be? Military might? Wise rule? No, it must take more than these things. How could we hope to carry the empire's glory into the future if we know not our past? Yet our academies teach us little of our true history. I've worked so hard and so long, all for money, and indeed I've accounted some wealth. Yet I feel there is something lacking in life. How many years have I trained? And still they mock my designs. Tradition! Tradition! Fair! What good building art there that is already built? Population of this great city continues to soar, and the buildings sprout like toadstools after the rain in this truly unruly garden of Arcades. Alright. I'm having trouble putting a man I met, a business associate of my father, from my mind. He was so dashing, so mysterious. Of course, I'm certain a gentleman of his means would be affianced, at the very least. Of course he would. I was born of the Empire, raised by the Empire, and within her walls did I grow old. Yet this city was not always grand, nor the Emperor always preposterous. Youth today. They'd known only of her glory and nothing of her history. How little they think of the sacrifices of the past. It troubles me. Money's like a seed, do you not agree? Keep it locked away, it is as something dead. Use it poorly, and it will never live. There must be someone with use for my money, for I would have it live. If I could but find the hands to tend it, I would gladly share its fruit. Just give it to me. Okay, let's see here. Hello there. You haven't dropped a letter, have you? See, I found one in the street and I couldn't help but read it. It said, "This is an epistle to love." Okay, I hit the button by accident, and that's all. Wouldn't you agree? It's always great that you find the letter and go spread its contents to everyone. Let's go again. Sometimes you can come to these places and you make an incredible find. Not today, though. Perhaps I should try my luck at the bazaar. Honestly, these people, they come up from the country and they stare, but do they buy? Never! Maybe they lack the necessary coin. Oh, but I do grow wary of this. Hello, I'm the shopmaster. Help you with aught? Looks like you nary a chop to your name. Are you sure you belong here in the city? What are pine sandalwood chops? Here in Archadia, people spend their whole lives trying to get their hands on pine chops and, if they're lucky, a chop of fine sandalwood. Gil, they're only good for buying and selling of goods. You can have all the gil in the world and it won't buy you respect. Only chops of pine or a chop of sandal will win you that. You see, the chops represent your contribution to the greater good of the Empire. Common citizens might come by pine wood chops enough during their daily lives, but it takes a soldier or some great deed to earn a sandalwood. Okay. Welcome, welcome. Requisites an item for the occasion. Here for your perusing pleasure. If it's adventure you seek, better go prepared. Yeah, X potions. Lots of those. There we go. I've been writing novels in between trips. Each one, I think, to make a growing tale of tragic love, the sort that makes men weep rivers. But when I sit down to read what I've written, I find it quite happy, droll even. Why can I not write something truly miserable? Well, it does take some skill to write things miserably, I guess. I had thought to vacation in Bijerba. You see, but I run a small enterprise, and just haven't been able to find the time. To my good fortune, I was recently permitted to go on leave. Straight away, I went to reserve a ticket, and to my misfortune, the tour was full. Well, that happens. I've been waiting for an item I've wanted for such a long time. The proprietor said she'd order it straight away, but I was ordered a month ago. I have my brother to keep an eye out for me, but he's not one to remember such things. Oh well, I suppose I'll just have to make do with that. Headhunters employ gambits during battle to aid their judgment, correct? Now, what I've been wondering is, what about a gambit for the markets? Fresh vegetables, get your fresh vegetables. Why, yes, they're all farm grown. None of those magic grains here. All natural, all delicious. Tours of the aerial gardens in Djerba are quite popular these days. We have to find ourselves fully booked and have to turn people away. Great. That's the Gambit shop. I do so love to cook. Why, the other day I held an impromptu party at my house. I had fed a few new dish of mine to my closest acquaintances. Why, they told me 'twas a delicious, 'twas a taste to tantalize the tongue of the philosopher of a cuisine. Yet their faces were sour as old Nana cheese. My new dish was terrible, I'm sure of it. I've invited them back, of course, to no reply. Could it truly have been so bad? Have you been to the requisites shop? I must say, they've done a splendid job of improving inventory of late. Quite a selection. Me? Me? I've been running all about town trying to sell enough greens to please me partner. She wants to build a farm in Archadia, see? Ah, that was something. That was she saying she'd run out of again. None knows of something. Nah, that weren't it, huh? No time for partner, gotta sell. You don't know who I am? The only philosopher of cuisine recognized by the Senate, that's who! Alright. I'm sorry. Alright, so shops in this area? There's a weapon shop over there. That's good. That's what I want. I'm terribly sorry, darling, but I've given up the stage. No more autographs, please. Very well. You may shake my hand if you must. Oh, you didn't want to... Pardon me. I assumed. I was an actress, you see. Quite famous in my day. I mistook you for an enthusiast. My apologies. For many years, I researched one thing, and then I retired. My daughter agreed to continue my work. How happy she made me. But the research, it knows no end. Someday I hope to see my daughter marry, bear children. But still, this is great work. It will not be done. Yet, it is not in vain, no. Even though this pace may be slow, progress is being made. Such is the many splendoring things that this scientific inquiry. Yeah, that doesn't tell me anything. The path to stardom is a difficult one, to be sure. It stands to saying, all this takes great effort, and of course, you must know how to act. Must. I may not look it, but I'm quite athletic. You know, my family boasts from a grand line of gamesmen, renowned for excellence on both track and field. The enterprise at which I'm employed has fallen on hard times of late. This month, they've halved my wage. Halved, and things were going so well. I made a mistake, a horrible mistake. I fear my superior is vexed, quite vexed. That instrument I dropped, oh dear. And these people just complain about everything. Have you seen those chaps running pell-mell about the city? Newcomers are always this way, working up a sweat as they claw their way up the ladder. Alright, so I fear I'm just going to be running around town talking to people if I keep doing this, so I gotta go into it and actually do stuff and progress. Alright, let's start with a weapon seller. Alright, I can get a rune blade. I can get a yaki. A zephyr pole. A burning bow. And a doom mace. Alright, well, let's start at the top. Let's get a yaki. A zephyr pole. And a doom mace. On hit, doom. Excellent. Good day, sir. Looking for protectives? I am. Alright, so I need 3 of these. There we go. 3 of these. go. Gaia hats. Yeah, Meduan gear. No new shields. It's unfortunate. Oh well, all equipped now. Let's move on. Teammate doesn't have email, that's rude. My husband was a judge, a fine one at that, filled with righteousness and justice, our house's pride. The pride, too, of our borough. It was his very own sense of justice that brought his to end. To die attempting to save a child's life, and the child of a foeman no less. How like him? Seen a swindler about? Not that you'd know if you did. He's a master of disguise. Why, he dressed like me and walked off with my earnings. If I don't find him quick, I'm ruined. Finished! End of story. I can't go back to scratching for Gil in the old town. How did he imitate me so well? Welcome, welcome! I'm sure you'll find our selection of magics befitting of the Empire's finest magical emporium. All you have is Sandaga. Alright. Not that anybody in my group can use that yet, but whatever. I'll buy it anyway. You know, I'm oft told I have a knack for magics. Of course, I have little coin to buy such things. I should be handling magics, not turnips. How am I going? Oh, the Technic shop up here. Alright. A traveling mama taught me this one. Used to live here in the city, so he said. Techniques. Good day, sir. We've techniques from far and wide, both new and old. Take a look around. I guarantee you shan't be disappointed. I'm pretty disappointed. You don't have anything I need. Did you see the mummer at his act? Oh, it was truly splendid. It made me feel like an old maiden in the spring of her youth once more. How I would love to share this with my daughter. Alright. Let's see, where haven't I been yet? Ah, that exit down there. Okay. Let's head over there. There we go. Now we don't have that big obnoxious bow. Only those with 9 or more chops may ride this cab, boy. Nothing personal, I assure you. A chop? What's that? If you lack a chop, you pay coin. That's 1 million gil. Thank you. What? That's crazy. Having a spot of trouble, are we? I have a message from Master Balthier. He's waiting in Central. He says to come quickly. On this? But we need a chop. What is a chop anyway? When a boy wants information. That's right. The boy pays 2,500 gil. Well, whatever. Why, any upstanding citizen of the Empire carries a chop. It's a mark of status sometimes, a writ of transit others. If you were aiming to go to Central, there where the gentry live, I think you need 9 chops. How do you get them? Like I've said, the key is knowledge, boy. You do your part here on the street, talk to the right people, and you'll earn your chops in no time. That doesn't sound so bad. Oh, people in Arcadies love doing good deeds. Why, if they're helping you out, it must mean they're superior. Understand, boy? Not sure that I do, but I'll give it a try. Thanks, Jewel. A friend of Master Balthia's is a friend of mine. One looks like she's ready to kick him. Alright, so now I gotta talk to people and get them to give me chops. I yearn for some new jewelry, and one ring in particular. Rare blue diamond. I saw it just yesterday. Yeah, we can ill afford it, actually. You never know when we might need extra for an emergency. Still, my husband's enterprise has done well. I'm sure we'll have enough gil soon. Brawn? Brains? Useless without information, lad. Information is the lifeblood of this town. Find a vein, drink deep, and you'll have chops to spare. Yeah, except none of these people want to give me chops. What am I doing? I'm acquiring wares for an armorers. You should have a gander if you need art. When I need enough chops, I'll be riding in one of them cabs, and that'll be the end of this. I'll be sitting pretty up in Ishgard in. Working up a sweat as they crawl up the ladder. You look to be in much the same situation as I long ago. Never fear, you'll get there as I have. Chin up, onwards and upwards and all that. Working up a sweat. Made a mistake, a horrible mistake. What? What is it? If you've something to say that concerns me, okay. Oh, okay, I see. Well, this guy did not agree with the halved wages. Interesting. Oh, this isn't the guy. What's this, my daughter? No, surely not. My daughter would never say such things. A case of mistaken identity, perhaps? What, the research complete? How many years did I toil, finding nothing? That's my girl. Well, if she's finished her work, then why stay any longer? Boy, a chop for bringing me this news. Yeah, I got a pinewood job. Aspiring starlet. Where's that old woman? gamesman, okay. Who would worry about this? Not the failed researcher. Eager crier. Arcadian gentry. Avid reader. Okay, maybe this guy would be good because he reads instead of does exercise. I've recently begun work at a laboratory. It is like heaven for me. Plenty to read and no one to tell me I ought to do otherwise. Why, the library is the envy of every student in the academy. There's no greater store of obscure texts anywhere in Ivalice. My sister seems overly concerned with my health. She should know I get proper exercise, at least an hour daily, in the games room at the laboratory. Unusual for a laboratory man, I know. I suppose it's in the blood, but sport, or rather the exercise involved, is the subject of my research. You see, I'm jolly interested in how the body's energy might be regulated to lend strength to those muscles most taxed by a given action. I thank you for your kindness in relaying my dear sister's concern. Here, this should serve you in a good stead during your time in Arcadies. Yeah, it's 2. Did it. Okay. What about this person? Senior worship researcher. I'm pretty sure this goes to the failed research, to the guy who dropped the stuff. I've made a mistake, a horrible take. I feel my superior is vexed. A message from my superior? Oh my, I'll wager she's just about had enough of me. Let's see. Only cost 1 million gil or so. Ah! 1 million? It costs that much? She doesn't want me to pay for it? Please no. Your concern should be the bigger picture. Gah! I'll admit, I'm weak on the finer points, but she doesn't mean to end my research, does she? Not such trifling details. Trifling? Is that what I am, trifling? I'm finished, that's what I am. I would be a fool to think otherwise. To say such things to another, if she's to chastise me, I'd have her do it to my face. Ugh, my thanks. A chop for your troubles. Yay, 3 chops. Okay, so we talked to this guy about halved wages. But since he's the husband, and this person over here was the materialistic wife, let's go talk to the materialistic wife. I yearn for some jewelry. One ring in particular, a rare blue diamond. I saw it just yesterday. Yet we can ill afford such luxury. You never know when we might need extra for an emergency. Still, my husband's enterprise has done well. I'm sure we'll have enough gil soon enough. His wages halved? What ill tidings of these? And what of my blue diamond? Why, to afford it now, there's naught but my dowry to purse to... Oh, now there's a thought. I can't believe it never occurred to me before. I have more than enough gil to buy a piffling diamond. A fine idea. My thanks. Alright. The path to stardom is a difficult one, to be sure. To dance, to sing, all of this takes great effort, and of course you must know the act. Imagine setting the stage aflame with but a word. I would be that sort of star, and I would ask advice of a mentor, but what to ask? Path to stardom. Alright, so she probably wants me to talk to that old woman who's a star. Or was a star. This one, faded star. I'm terribly sorry. Darling, okay, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you didn't want to, blah, blah. The path to becoming a star? I don't believe such a thing exists, darling. At least, it's not the sort of thing one can search for and hope to find. One must work and watch others at work, and cannot sit about willing away the hours to pretend. Only through experience do you learn. I wore many guises in my working life. Armory clerk, airship attendant, personal secretary, headhunter, dread pirate, even the false queen of a lost land. Quite dangerous, that last one. Not recommended. I learned much, and my acting was enriched by it. Yet when it no longer felt true, I had to leave. Ah, I have a splendid idea. I shall write a novella of my adventures. That is one thing I have yet to do. Take this, darling, for your excellent advice. Okay, so I gotta find someone to talk to that eager crier person. So far I've talked to all these people. Wait, I know who it was. Where's that, building up a sweat person? This guy. Now if I talk to this kid... What's that? You heard from some bloke who was in my shoes and now he's made something of himself? That's good to hear. I'll get there someday. You look like a newcomer yourself. Ain't got many chops, I bet. I know how it is. Look, I ain't got many myself, but up here, you've got to look out for each other. So you can have one of my chops, and I'll see you at the top. I don't know how many I have, but I have like 6. Right, where am I now? Mulberry. Judge's wife. Look-alike. Let's see. None of these have like names that sound like they should work. Arcadian Ardent. That sounds like one, but I don't think it is. Gentry. Poor husband. My anniversary's coming up, see? Haven't got a lot of gil, but I still brought the missus something special. Can you guess what it is? A necklace. Of course it's well hidden. I'm not stupid. I put it well back in the wardrobe where she's not to find it. Just between you and me, right? The anniversary. Alright, let's go look for wife of some sort. Talented woman. That won't be you. You? Oh, Arcadian Ardent. Old man. Arcadian Ardent. Reminiscing lady. Judge's wife. There's a tutor. I don't see anybody that would worship. Alright, so I don't think any of these people connect. Judge's wife. Saw the guy complaining about the look-alike earlier. Is this the same one? I think... may not even be in the same area. Boutiquer. Bar goer. Music appreciator. Oh, you know what? I remember. That lady who was talking about opening a boutique but not having the money, I think she goes with that money gentleman right there. That's an easy one. Boutique of my own, commit this memory. Alright, let's go talk to that money guy down there who wanted to help give his money to someone. Oh, that's not it. There must be someone with use for my money, for I would live it. If I could find this hand's attendant, I would surely gladly share its fruit. A lady wishing to open a boutique, you say? This bears further inquiry. I would meet with her. Who knows where our discussion might lead? Such meeting on fertile soil for enterprise. Here, chop for your aid. Excellent. Alright, let's see here. Do I want this guy? Does this guy do anything? I don't think he is. Let's talk to this woman. I'm having trouble putting a man. Oh yeah, this one. Okay, she clearly does not have anything for me. Builder. Does this guy have anything? The artisan architect. Isn't there somebody over here who was talking about building? Ah, yes. Many one who understands the art of architecture and needs to not be opposed by one another. Good tidings these. I feel a design coming on. Yes, a masterpiece. Ah boy, in my business it is customary to thank those who find us work. A chop for your trouble. There we go. I think that's 8. Let's talk to the smitten man. He might be... How'd the smitten man go? So weird, is this him? There he is. I've worked so hard and so long, all for money, and indeed I've accumulated some wealth. But yet I've realized I've never wanted for money or power. Both I've had, and neither satisfied me. I found out what I wanted when I met her, a client's daughter. The moment I saw her, I knew. What? He said about me for... Are you... Is he sure? Perhaps he meant another. If it is truly me he's after, I certainly accept. I do believe I'm overjoyed. Look, it's not much, but I've been saving this chop for a special occasion, and well, take it, it's yours. Hello, CJ. Alright, that should be 9? I don't know, I can't count, so... Sounds like the perfect time to reset my recording, though. Unless I already did, let me check. No, okay.